Okay, today is the Alien and Sedition Acts. And no, we're not talking about people from other planets, but we are talking about people from other countries. That's where the alien part comes in. So, to recap what we have done so far, we have seen that Washington is the first president. We wrote a new constitution, it added an executive branch, which means hey, we had to go get ourselves a president. And Washington was elected. He showed his great leadership with the Whiskey Rebellion, how he was effective in stopping the rebellion, unlike with Shays' rebellion, where the federal government was weak and it could not stop a rebellion. Washington chose a cabinet, which was the first time that's ever been done. He chose TJ and Alex, who did not get along. And I wanted to point out something about TJ and Alex. Alexander Hamilton was a businessman from the North, and you had Thomas Jefferson, who was a farmer from the South. These men couldn't be any more different, but they were in the cabinet with Washington and supposed to give him advice. Hamilton's bank plan was the advice for Washington how to get out of debt. Of course, Jefferson said that's unconstitutional, and their arguments led to the origins of political parties, which we have today. Two separate groups that think differently, and Americans tend to choose a side. I think like this group, or I think like that group. Political parties started with TJ and Alex fighting over the bank plan and how to help the economy. Washington is no longer going to be president. He gives a farewell address. Inside this address, he tells us that we should um, not have alliances with other countries because we are young, dumb, and broke. Again, young, dumb, and broke United States government. So he says, don't be best friends, don't have alliances with other countries because if you have an alliance with another country, one of the rules are you have to help them when they need it, whether that's with money or military. And so George says, you're going to get dragged into problems that you are too young, dumb, and broke to help with. So stay away from other countries until we can grow as a country. Steer clear of their problems. So today, so look, that's half of this whole era done. Now we are going to start the second half of the era, and that is going to be with John Adams as president. But unfortunately, he gets a little jealous of George Washington. As you can see, John Adams is missing some hair. People would make fun of him in the news for that. He was also missing some teeth. He had a little few dental issues. John Adams will become very jealous, and there's a great HBO series called John Adams. I love it. It is rated R, so ask for parents, but it is a really good series to watch, and it's from the perspective of little jealous John Adams, okay? Because everyone loved George. Our second president, not so much. He will also be a one-term president. He will not be elected to a second term, and he cannot stand how Americans make fun of him. And they didn't make fun of George. Let's get started. I'm going to scroll down to the page you should be on, Alien and Sedition Acts. Keep on going. Here we go. Your teacher's going to stop, pause the video, and you're going to watch that little cartoon video. This just gets us started. I will never touch on XYZ affair. It's just kind of like the introduction into what's going to happen today. But today you are going to see why the Alien and Sedition Acts were absolutely unconstitutional. They were horrible. Tell me why they were so bad. Everyone's like, OMG, how is this a law? How did Congress write and pass this? This is so, so bad. So first off, in 1797, an event some considered a threat to national security occurred. We called it the XYZ affair. As you watch the video about the XYZ affair, determine why the U.S. is angry with France. So tell me that right here. And then tell me, what did the Americans tell France in response to a bribe? Because France is going to bribe America. In other words, try and get them to do something by offering them money or something else. So how does America respond to a bribe? You're going to answer that from the video right there. So the teacher needs to pause the video so you can answer these questions. Do that now. Okay. The next part, you're going to read this. I would say right, left, right. Split that up. Read what is going on. And then after that, you'll be drawing visual cues for here, and then answering 1 and 2. So I'm going to tell you, these two laws were actually passed in laws in the United States of America. After we'd only like been a country for like 15, 20 years, and we were already passing bad laws as if we were under a tyranny or a monarchy. But it's okay because we're going to get rid of these. So after you read this, you're going to see the Alien Act. The description's already written in for you. Provided that once war had been declared, any man, all male citizens of an enemy nation could be arrested, detained, and deported. Do you see what you're reading? That anybody from another country, if we declare war, let's say with France, with Germany, if you are in our country from that other country we're at war with, we don't care if you are innocent. We're going to put you in jail just because you're from that country. That is super unconstitutional. That is horrible. We shouldn't be acting like that. But guess what? That was a law. So I want you to draw a picture that shows and describes that law. God, that's bad. Sedition Act made it illegal to say, write, or publish anything false, scandalous, or malicious about the U.S. government, Congress, or the president. That is crap right there. Can you believe they put that in our country? That was a law in our country? That goes against everything in what amendment? You need to figure that out, and I want you to draw a visual cue that helps you remember, a picture that will help you remember the Sedition Act. Okay, and then y'all will be answering number 1 and 2, and I know working together you'll be able to answer those. Number 2 is easy for students. Number 1, you'll think about a little bit more. But remember, we don't just arrest people, and we do not. We can say the president's stupid or ugly. Do we go to jail today to say the president's stupid or ugly? No. But during John Adams, guess what? Yes, you could. And that's because jealous John, he couldn't handle everyone saying such bad things about him as president. And they did. They would call him toothless and stupid and ugly. So, recap. Pause this video. Person on the right, read this paragraph. Left, read this paragraph. Right, read this paragraph. Reread the description. Draw a visual cue and answer 1 and 2. I would say you need about 7 to 8 minutes to do that. So pause the video and complete this page. Okay, so now we need a viewpoint. We need 2 different viewpoints on this alien sedition laws. You're going to read the Federalist viewpoint. So person on the right, how about, no, I lied. Person on the left, you're going to be the Federalist. Person on the right, you're going to be the Democrat Republican, because now remember we have political parties. They formed right during George while he was president, and then our second president was part of a political party. So if you're a Federalist, read what a Federalist said about the Alien and Sedition Act laws. And then you're going to read about a Democrat, Republican. I want you to write 2 viewpoints. What do they think about these laws? Do they think they're good or do they think they're bad? Just give me 2. It doesn't have to be complete sentences. So, for example, I am a loyal Federalist. We need these laws to ensure the security of the nation. So if you are a Federalist, you say it ensures the security, the safety of a nation. So you could type in the ensures security of the nation. That is what you think about these laws. And then I want you to write another viewpoint of the Federalist. Then the Democrat Republicans, boy, did they think differently. Write down 2 things they think about this alien and sedition law. So again, I think this is going to take y'all about 7-ish to 8 minutes. So you'll pause this video. You'll have to read this or you just don't know how these people think. Now I want you to pause the video to complete these arguments, these viewpoints below. Do that now. Go. Okay, now the last thing. All you're going to do is use your notes to write a breaking news report. Again, use your notes, okay? So this is blank. Put your name right here. And I'm reporting live from New York. Major decisions have been made about the rumors swirling about France and their possible invasion. So the United States is worried that that France is going to do what? Okay, that they might invade the United States after the XYZ affair, and how the United States is not supporting France like France supported the United States during the American Revolution. In order to protect America, Congress passed controversial laws, meaning laws that a lot of people are talking about and don't agree with. Some people agree, some people don't. Now, this is where just use your notes. Tell me what the Alien Act is. Then tell me the Democrat Republicans think this law is what? And go back up to this chart because what you wrote here should be very opposite. A federalist thinks good things. Tell me those good things, like ensure this is good. It ensures the security, the safety of our nation. Some of y'all question that word. Um, you read this, and from this you said you read two totally different viewpoints. The Democrat Republicans do not like this law, and they gave you several reasons inside this reading. So down here, the Alien Act is the Democrat Republicans think this law is what? Okay. What do they think about that law? And you'll just get it from this side. The Federalists think what about the Alien Act? And you'll get it from this side. Then the Sedition Act. Tell me what the Sedition Act is. I'll just go right back up to my notes, and there it is. And then I want you to tell me the viewpoint. What does a Federalist think about the Sedition Act? And what does a Democrat Republican think? Okay? Again, it's using your notes. Don't make this up. Just we're putting everything we learned together. In the end, the new laws, what does everyone think about these new laws? The new laws are causing problems in the U.S. They're causing arguments. People don't agree. What do you think about? You can put your opinion here. Write your opinion if you want right here. You could write your opinion here. And the new laws are horrible, are so against the Bill of Rights, need to be overturned by the federal government. I mean, just think. I mean, especially guys. I think the Sedition Act. I mean, geez, could it get any worse? And the Alien Act. What if you're so innocent and you're just arresting people for no reason, no warrants, no. I mean, this is such a violation of the Fourth and Fifth Amendment. All right. Once you have put everything we've learned together in a news report for Channel New Republic, this is, put your name again, signing off. After that, I want you to read this out loud. You're going to read your news report to the person next to you. They're going to read their news report to you so it makes sense. This is where you're putting all your notes together, and this is what's graded to show I've learned something, and I understand that some laws that are passed, people are going to disagree with them. This side thought this about it. This side thought something else different. Okay? Once you've done that, you have completed the Alien Sedition Act and the viewpoints of Democrat Republicans versus the Federalists, and you are done.